kind of my first question slash statement. You gave me a reading, and it was so unusual in the best way possible, because how you did tarot, then mediumship, tarot, and mediumship, and you went back and forth. How did you come up with that style?
Out of necessity, really, because I've been reading both as a tarot reader and as a medium for almost my entire life. And even when I used to do it separately, so people could either book tarot sessions with me or mediumship sessions. But unfortunately, the folks upstairs who wanted to come through didn't care if I was reading the cards or not; they were going to come through. So I kind of had to find a way of establishing ground rules. So because occasionally people would come in for a card reading, then somebody from Spirit would link, and we do a completely different reading from what they booked for, which usually was fine. People, but it kind of grated for me because that's not what I was trying to do for that person. So I had to kind of find that balance of almost like it's tarot, and when I know somebody's coming through, I'm having a conversation going, right, hang on, you'll get your moment. And there's usually a point where I can kind of break, let them come through. And the general rule is once they're through, they're through. They will talk about whatever they want to talk about. And, I'm not kind of going, stop, I need to go back to the cards. I'll let them flow. And, I'll often just use the phrase, when they're ready to take a breath, which I know is a strange phrase, but it's the way I can describe it. They kind of pause, then I can go back into the cards.
It took me a minute to catch on, because I came in not knowing what to expect, and when you were switching back and forth, it was a great experience to do that.
It's interesting. It actually is interesting for me because I don't know who's going to come through, and I don't know whether I'm going to get 2 minutes into the reading before somebody's going to break their way in from Spirit, or whether I'm going to get further into. I said at the beginning, this could be 2 minutes or 20 minutes into this. I don't know until we start, and it is a little bit kind of like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at times. But actually, if I'm in flow, what they're saying can sometimes add another dimension to what I'm looking at in the cards, and kind of vice versa. Often, if somebody's coming through and it's a very emotional situation they're talking about within the family, I'm also looking at on tarot completely objectively without emotion, so I can almost fill in the two things if they're working well. We'll kind of connect together really well.